Now, Barrister Gana, our people are very excited because we have been caged for too long. And the emergence of the interim government in 2017, late 2017 into 2018, like Barrister Tim said yesterday, a lot of people didn't deem that their first leader could have had a second leader without their first leader in the picture. So you had scoopers. But that's not even where I want to take us because it might distract where the education are likely to give our people. ABC Amba TV has a responsibility to make sure that things are explained. You would have these initiators or masterminds behind the CDN, group all sorts of people. I hear Bali Kumbat women. Maybe they went to Minifem and also picked because in Minifem you have an association of ladies. The ones in Minifem in Yaoundé. For those who don't know Minifem, please just leave it all alone. You don't need to. So the they grouped all sorts of people. So it was a mixed multitude of what I cannot even explain. And I love it. Ochiba Nelson shared something earlier on. How a federalist, somebody who is a Bulu, advocating for federalism in Cameroon says that he has no meeting, he has no need. I'm going to play that video for us to watch shortly. He has no need to mingle with unionists. But you have Ambazonians who find no fault in us indiscriminately mingling with unionists, federalists, special institutionists, and whatever. We are just realize that cultural groups are there. How should, with this background, how should a negotiation team based on experience, on available knowledge, be constituted? And you have a sound understanding of what Ambazonia is. What kind of a picture? Paint the picture as best as you can. How should Ambazonians prepare themselves towards an imminent negotiation? Because Cameroon has no choice.
Yeah, Comrade Paddy, thanks. It's an honor to be here amongst these very, very brilliant minds. Hello, Barrister. Hello, Barrister Mbesea, and hello, our SOS, uh, Mr. Zama. Um, I'm going to start by just giving you a little example. A mistake that a lot of people make a lot of times. Sometimes there's somebody who's worked really hard and they've worked hard and they've accumulated capital. They've accumulated quite some funds, and they see somebody who is struggling, and they think, maybe if I give that person some money to start a business, that person is going to flourish. And then they give that person some money. It might be some businessman in Bamenda giving money to a relative. It might be somebody in the diaspora who's worked very hard to accumulate that money, sending capital to somebody back at home to start a business. And they send this capital to this person and they start the business, and this business fails. And then you start saying that person who failed the business is wicked. How can you give somebody money to start a business? You worked hard, they just take that money and they squander it. The mistake which us human beings make is that sometimes we take the template of who we are and we superimpose it on other people, and we give them the benefit of the doubt undeservedly. Sometimes the people who understand this struggle, we watch how the bad actors manifest themselves. The ADS, the CDNs, the Coalition for Dialogue, the Bilingualism Commission people, all of them. Sometimes we see how they act and we ask ourselves, like you said, there's somebody who is from the Beti land advocating for federalism, and you have some of our people fighting for a union. So you ask yourself, why is it? It's the same thing like that person who takes that capital and squanders it. They never had the understanding of how business operates for them to receive that money and flourish. Same thing with some of these bad actors who are willing to settle for the first coin of silver, or what they see as a coin of silver. They never understood what this struggle is about. They never had the requisite foundation to understand what it is to pursue the emancipation of a people. The Bible says it's not everybody that calls me my father, that are my children. It's not everybody who stands up and claims to be fighting for Ambazonia is doing what it takes to free Ambazonia. People step up to participate in this struggle for various reasons. We have some people in the struggle who are just interested in signing asylum papers abroad and taking money and purporting themselves to be in the struggle. There are some people who step up because of notoriety. There are some people who are in this struggle because they think that this thing is going to be settled and maybe they are going to get a post in some government in Ambazonia, and that is their sole purpose. So it is very understandable why these actors act this way. It's because they do not have the requisite foundation. And Barrister Gana said something that was very instructive. He said, this interim government was built on solid grounds, and that is the reason why LRC cannot destroy it. I could not have said it any better. When a revolution and a case for emancipation like this starts, it starts as a solid organization. I'll give you an example. The ANC started in 1912, established by people like Governor Becky and a lot of those early revolutionary fighters. It was not until 1954 when people like Nelson Mandela came in and started Umkhonto we Sizwe that took it to armed action against the apartheid regime in South Africa. And all other types of mushroom groups came from the sidelines. For example, Buthelez's Inkatha Freedom Organization, trying to usurp the ANC. Just like we had AGOV-C and all of these other mushroom groups. It is because they are looking towards settling for the quick deal. They are looking to cash in. They are not in need to emancipate Ambazonia. Because if you are in need to emancipate Ambazonia, you would understand that the foundation of our struggle, the foundation of our case to liberate ourselves, is ours, or the attempt to steal our sovereignty. It is because as a people we have been annexed. It is because as a people we have been colonized. Sometimes to define what a problem is, we have to define what it is not. Our problem is not a problem of bilingualism. Our problem is not a problem of marginalization. Our problem is not a problem of lack of development. Our problem is not a problem of pushing us to the fringes in French Cameroon. Our problem is one of colonization, is one of our stolen, or the attempt to steal our sovereignty, because some people think they have stolen our sovereignty. They have not stolen our sovereignty. They attempted to steal our sovereignty in Fumban, and they did not succeed. So we are fighting to reassert our sovereignty over our land, Ambazonia. And all of these forces who are springing on the sidelines and trying to settle for the quick deal, whether it's through Canada, whether it's through the Grand National Dialogue in Yaoundé, they do not understand what our case is. Thank you.